All right, good morning, traders. Today is March 12th, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 510.20. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 made lower highs and lower lows yesterday. QQQ closed between the bullish trap and the rising 17. SPY and Diamond Dow closed over the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. IWM closed inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. FNGU not with the other ones. Let me just say that, okay? It's not doing the same thing. FNGU closed below the bearish trap and under the flat 17 EMA. SLV and GLD remain in uptrends, producing inside day candles while closing above the bullish traps and the rising 17 EMAs. USO still in an uptrend, printed a lower high and a lower low, closing between the trap and the flat 17 EMA. UNG still in an uptrend, closed below the bearish trap and below the flat 17 EMA. US dollar index now in a downtrend, closed with a higher high and a higher low. Let's go take a look at some charts. All right, so here's this green candle right here. This is SPY. This is yesterday's price action. This is Friday. This will be Monday. All right, so lower high, lower low. All right, closing above the trap over the rising 17 EMA. Pivot this morning, 510.20. All right, how do we get that? Well, this is where the price action came to most of the day, right through here, all the way through there. So that's my pivot for today, 510.20. All right, now let's bump out to the 2-day chart. Okay, if you remember, we had an igniting candle a couple weeks back, maybe a week back. This was our MMRP move, all right? So here's the igniting candle to the upside. All right, here's the pause. This is where the market's stunned. They can't believe they went this far, this fast. Did you see that? We just broke through resistance. They're stunned. They're paused. All right, so now they pause right there for 2 days. Pull back, and then they check the resistance they just broke through to see if it's going to support the price action. All right, so they check the resistance for support. They find support. The bulls step in, all right, and produce a higher low and a higher high candle. Okay, next, that's the first price advancement candle. So this is how the MMRP works. Okay, igniting move, breaking through resistance or support. This one was resistance. Now resistance becomes support. Okay, then the pause. Then you check the resistance you broke through for support. All right, and then you want to see the bull step in if it's a bullish MMRP. All right, so what do we get? We got the first price advancement candle right here. Higher low, higher high. Second price advancement candle makes a higher high, but squeaks out a little lower low right there, but does not break the support. That's the second price advancement candle. These are 2-day candles. Third price advancement candle. Higher high, higher low. Same thing. Okay, now look at this. We got a fourth price advancement candle. Higher high, higher low. I usually only count on 3. Okay, but sometimes this thing can go on for 10, 15 candles. All right, you just play it until it ends. All right, when it's over, CPI could mess it up. We'll see what happens. All right, so there we go. Fourth 2-day price advancement candle. Notice higher high, higher low. Right. So just in case you're still on the 2-day MMRP, it's been working. All right, so there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. Here's the QQQ. Yesterday's price action. We'll go back to the daily chart. All right, just like all the others, they all made lower highs and lower lows. QQQ closed between the rising 17 EMA and the bullish trap. The trap is the 3 EMA on top of the 8 EMA. So there's your bullish trap right here. See the space, yellow line on top of the white line? Okay, so we closed between. So we closed under the trap, but over the 17 EMA. There's QQQ. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. All right, so here's Diamond Dow. Same thing. Lower high, lower low. Okay, closing over a bearish trap because they were in a downtrend right through here. Lower high, lower low. Okay, downtrend. And they closed above the bearish trap and over the flat 17 EMA. You know who else was in a downtrend? That's right, FNGU. All right, so let me just clear the lines off this one. I don't want to get confused. All right, so now here we go. Same thing happening here. Lower high, lower low, downtrend. Okay, there's Friday's price action. This is yesterday's, Monday's price action. What do we got? Lower high, lower low. All right, so closing below the bearish trap, below the flat 17 EMA. You can see the little red dot right there. Okay, below the bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. FNGU in a downtrend. Well, wait a minute. No, they made a higher high right there. Okay, so they're back in an uptrend. My fault. I forgot to count that wick. All right. It's not a very good uptrend, but they just broke out that high. I forgot about that. Okay, but closing underneath the bearish trap and underneath the 17 EMA. Let me go back and review Diamond Dow to see if they... No, to see they didn't take out the high. All right, so FNGU is the only one in a downtrend. No, Diamond Dow is the only one in a downtrend right now. All right, so there's Diamond Dow. All right, let's go see what small caps are doing. So here's IWM. Okay, this is small caps and mid caps. Russell 2000. Okay, yesterday's price action, just like the others, lower high, lower low. Closing inside the trap over the rising 17 EMA. Okay, so there's IWM. So we just did QQQ. Let's go take a look at our transports. Okay. Well, that's an ugly candle right there. Okay, transports squeaking out. Is this true? Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's transports. Did they really move that far? I'm just looking at it. This is the first time I see this. I didn't realize it was like that. It didn't look like that yesterday at 4 p.m. Yeah, see, it didn't. Okay, so let's go back to the hourly chart so we can have a good look at this. So the low was here, 69.55, and the high was here, 70.20. 69.55, 70.20. Okay, so lower high, lower low, and transports coming down, closing underneath. Well, anyways, below the trap. I'm not sure if it's below the 17 EMA, but transports going through a pullback. I don't think that's true right there. I can see from the previous price action on the 5. We're way up here. $69.97, basically $70. Let's go back to the daily chart, see where $70 is. Yeah, see they close between the trap and the 17 EMA right there. This is some kind of funky price action there. All right, so this transports in an uptrend. All right, everything's still in an uptrend except for Diamond Dow. All right. So transports in an uptrend, FNGU in an uptrend, QQQ in an uptrend, SPY also in an uptrend, small caps and mid caps, all right, IWM still in an uptrend, all right, XLF. So here's our financials, yesterday's candle, look at this, all right. Lower high, lower low, closing above a bullish trap and a rising 17 EMA. So nice work on the XLF right there. Wow, they spend a lot of time through here holding this area. So nice work on XLF in an uptrend. All right, so now let's take a look at SMH. Okay, here's our semiconductors. Oh, look, we haven't broke the lows, so we're still in an uptrend. Lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. SMH still in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at technology. Technology usually leads these market rallies. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the rising 17. Technology still working. Okay, still in an uptrend. So we got transports in an uptrend, technology in an uptrend, semiconductors in an uptrend, small caps and mid caps in an uptrend. Okay, the only thing that's not, an FNGU just squeaked out an uptrend on Friday. I got to tell you, it wasn't very convincing though. Okay, they didn't hold it for long, but nevertheless, they did do it. So there's XLK. All right, let's take a look at our technicals for yesterday. Okay, so this is yesterday's price action on the T2122. All right, so we came out of the buy zone because that's where we left off. All right, we fell into the buyer's chop zone, started making a little higher low right here, and we produced a higher high, and we found our way back into the buy zone right there. So this measures all the stocks in the NYSE. I think there's about 6,000 or 7,000 there. All right, so here's the market finding its way out of the buyer's chop zone back into the buy zone. Like to see it get back up in here. We'll see what happens. T2123 started out green, ended up green. Green all day long, just a continuous grind to the upside. Nice work on T2123. T2123 3 bar still got some space between 17 EMA and the price action. Okay, FNGU, different story happening here. Okay, FNGU started out red, ended up red. Red all day long. Okay, gapping up this morning, but it was red all day long. So there's FNGU. All right, let's go back and take a look at precious metals. They're on fire. Precious metals, silver, inside day. Okay, lower high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap. That's a big trap. And the rising 17 EMA. So silver, getting it done over the midpoint. Nice work on silver. GLD, same thing going on here. Inside day, lower high, higher low, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Look for a pullback to this 200. All right, that would be my MMRP play. All right, count these days up. Look for that pullback. Look for 200 to hold as support. And if 200 doesn't hold as support, what else would hold? Right up here, 194, 195. I don't think they're going to pull back that far, but they may. If they pull back that far, that'd be a gift. All right, so you got an inverted head and shoulders here. This is your right shoulder. This is your left shoulder. And this peak down here, this valley, that's your head. That's your inverted head and shoulders right there. There's the head. This makes up the right shoulder from here to the right. That's the right shoulder. And then from here to the left, that makes up your left shoulder. Inverted head and shoulders, and you're getting a breakout. So there's gold, definitely in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at energy. We'll start off with petroleum. This would be crude oil. Okay, here's USO. Yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, but closing between, well, it's a bearish trap now and a rising 17 EMA. USO still in an uptrend. UNG, yesterday's price action, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap below the flat 17 EMA. Okay, as long as they don't break this candle right here, they're still in an uptrend. Not a very convincing uptrend, but it's still an uptrend until they break this candle right here. All right, so once they get past the low of that, 15.11. So where did we go to today? 15.25. All right, so we're still in an uptrend. We're underneath the bearish trap and underneath the flat 17, but we're still in an uptrend because we haven't broken that low. That's the higher low. All right, let's take a look at the US dollar index. Excuse me there. Okay, US dollar index, all right? So here we are. All right, we were in an uptrend, okay, from here, just July up to October. Had a nice uptrend going. And then in November, we failed to make a higher high or a significant new high. And that's market law number 4. So we came tumbling down and we checked major support down here. All right, so we bounced off of major support right through here. Okay, so we're in a downtrend. Made a lower high, made lower lows, downtrend. All right, failed to get below major support. We came back up and rallied through the downtrend line. And after holding that area in a bull flag, we broke out to the 200 SMA. And then we consolidated underneath the 200 SMA and broke out over it. Okay, so now we've got an uptrend because we got what? Higher lows and higher highs. Higher low, higher high. All right, so now guess what happened here? All right, so we couldn't get up over this major resistance right here. We got up over it just slightly, and then we came back down under it. All right, now we started making lower highs and lower lows. So now we're in a downtrend. Yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high, but still in a downtrend until we take out this high right here at 104.25. Okay, so dollar in a downtrend. Economic calendar, nothing happened yesterday. Today, we got CPI at 8:30. So in roughly 13 minutes, we're going to listen for the CPI. All right, NFIB, Small Business Opinion Optimism Index, supposedly came out at 6 this morning. I didn't see a whole lot of reaction off of that. I think the main event is definitely CPI at 8:30. And Treasury's going to make a statement at 2 p.m. All right, so Wednesday, that's tomorrow, we got a petroleum report, just like we do every Wednesday at 10:30. And Thursday, guess what? There's a natural gas report, just like we do every Thursday at 10:30, we get a natural gas report. Thursday, jobless claims, 8:30. PPI final demand, 8:30. Retail sales, 8:30. And that's it. Friday, we got Empire State Manufacturing, 8:30. Import-export prices, 8:30. Industrial production, 9:15. Consumer sentiment, 10 p.m. All right, so let's take a look at the earnings. Last night, Oracle reported, and it looked like the market liked what Oracle reported. They were the big ones last night. It was Oracle last night. So for today, we've got no notables, all right? Archer Daniels, might want to keep an eye on that one, but they're going to report this morning, but not really, they're not really big enough to make an impact on the market. So there's Archer Daniels. They're going to report this morning. Okay, Wednesday, no notables. Lennar's got, 88 billion there. Okay, they're going to report. They're coming close. They're going to report tomorrow night after the close. All right, and then Dollar Tree, 32 billion. Thursday, Adobe's going to report after the close, 253 billion. And then Petrobrazil's going to find their P&L, and they're supposedly going to report sometime on Thursday. Friday, nothing really happening there. No notables, but there's some big names there. Okay, so nothing really that's market moving. I should say probably they're notable, but they're not really market moving. Okay, LG Display, like we've all seen those. Jabil, they're popular. But all in all, probably not going to affect the market overall too much, all right, or very much at all. All right, so let's look at max pain. What's max pain for today? Let's see what it is. Max pain is supposedly 511 today, so it's pretty much where we just came from, so I doubt that's going to have any impact. We got 1.25 puts to every call, so I don't really see a put squeeze coming on either. All right, so we just did earnings, the economic calendar, and the dollar index. All right, so that's it for this morning. All right, I'll take questions in the room. All right, and then if not, I'm going to render my video, and I'll see everybody out there in video land. And, well, I'll be back about 4 o'clock, and I'll make another video. All right, so we're going to see what happens here. All the excitement happens in about 9 minutes. All right, market probably get whippy. All right, probably get very volatile. Just kind of wait for it to cool off, find the pattern, and we'll play the pattern. All right.